Hello guys, you're welcome back to another interesting tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to be showing us how I made this breastfeeding pillow, and trust me, this is very easy to make. So in order to recreate yours, kindly watch this video to the end and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share this video with your soul friends and subscribe to our channel. Alright, so let's get straight to this tutorial. Alright, for the sewing process, I made use of these two fabric, and this is doll face satin fabric, and I'm using two colors. You can go ahead and make use of one color. I'm making use of two so you can actually see what I'm doing and understand. Then this African print is going to serve as my pillow cover, so I'm going to set this aside and go ahead and cut it. So for the satin, the measurement I have here is 25 by 25, meaning that the width is 25 while the length is 25 as well. So just the same measurement I have here is the same measurement I also have for the pillow cover. Alright, the next thing I did was to fold this fabric in four. So I'm going to be folding this, making sure all the edges align properly. Then we're going to go ahead and mark out the measurement. So for this particular pillow, I don't want it to be too big or too small. I just want it to be the normal size. But if you want it to be bigger, please feel free to increase the length. Alright, so right here I'm marking 12 inches from the edge, from the tip of my fold. I'm going to mark 12 inches all around. So for the 12 inches, what I'm actually marking here is 12 and a half. I'm leaving half inch for my sewing allowance. Alright, then when I'm done, from the tip I went ahead to mark 3.5 inches as well. So right now we're going to go ahead and cut this out. After cutting this out, this is what our flay looks like. So remember, we are cutting this as a flay. Alright, so just the normal way you cut your flay, this is how I cut this breastfeeding pillow. Then we are going to be doing the alterations. So to get the shape of our breastfeeding pillow, all I did was to come down by 1 inch from the midpoint, alright, to draw my curve. But if you actually have a plate, or if you actually have anything that can help you get this curve, please kindly make use of it. But at this moment I didn't have any of those at my reach, so I just had to do it with a free hand. Alright, so if you have your plate, kindly use your plate to get this curve. So can you see how the curve is looking like? And we're going to go ahead and cut it out. So the same thing we have here is exactly the same thing we have on our pillow cover. This is just the same way we cut our pillow cover. Alright guys, so when we open this up, this is what our breastfeeding pillow should look like. So if you actually gave yours a very good cut, this is what yours should look like as well. The next thing I did was to mark out the area in order to help me to turn this fabric inside out. So I went ahead to mark 3 inches. 3 inches should be enough for you to turn this inside out. And kindly note guys, we are sewing on the wrong side of our fabric. Alright, the wrong side. Now from that 3 inches, I went ahead to sew it all round, stopping at this other 3 inches edge. Okay, so first thing I did was to pin this down to enable me sew it properly, because of course this fabric is very light. Right, so I'm already gonna have to pin this, and I'll take this to the sewing machine and I'll stitch it. After you're done stitching this, the next thing you want to do is to notch your fabric. Okay, while notching, please be very careful so you don't cut into your stitches. Alright, so I've already gone ahead to notch this round. Now I'm going to be turning this out from these 3 inches we left earlier. So after turning this inside out, you want to take this to your ironing table and give it a very good press in order to get a neat job. Once we are done, I came in with my fiber. So for this, I got it from the old pillow I actually had, right? So I'm going to be using this to stuff my breastfeeding pillow. Yes, but for this fiber, you can actually get it at the furniture store, or I don't know, but I actually had this already, and that is what I'm making use of. So you're going to fill in this breastfeeding pillow. You don't want it to be too light or too hard, okay? Just something that is going to be very comfortable for a baby. So you're going to fill this, making sure every edges are completely filled up. Alright guys, so this is what we have here after filling it up. Can you see how it's looking? It is not too light, neither is it too strong, okay? It is just moderate. So for this filling, I actually made use of a full pillow and half. Now the next thing I did was to come in with my sewing needle, and that area we left open earlier, we are going to stitch it up. So after the stitches, I went ahead to further smoothing my pillow. Okay, so you see what I'm doing here? I'm just trying to spread the fiber, okay, so it will just go around and make my pillow very smooth. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is to sew our pillow cover. Okay, and this is the pillow cover, and I have my zipper with me as well. So I went ahead to open this up. Then the next thing you want to do is to select where you want your zipper to be. Okay, so your zipper can be around this edge, or you can decide to make it to be in the middle or at the back. So it depends on what you want. Alright, but for me, I actually want mine to be by the side. So this is where my zipper is going to be sitting. Alright, so since I've gotten that place, all I have to do right now is to notch that area. Right, so this notch is going to serve as a guide for where my zipper is going to start. So what I did next was to use my office pin to pin these zippers down. So guys, fixing zippers is actually very easy. It's just the normal way you fix zipper on your dress. Alright, so I went ahead to pin this down. I took it to my sewing machine and I sewed this as well. After sewing the zipper, this is what our zipper is going to look like from the right side of our fabric. Can you see the right side? This is how the zipper is looking like. Now I'm going to open this zipper up in order to enable us to sew this cover. Okay, So I'm going to be arranging this, making sure all the edges meet. For the sewing, guys, what you want to do right now is from the tip of your zipper, coming by one edge, just exactly where you have that iron at the tip of your zipper. Okay, you're going to fold it out, then start from that particular tip and sew all the way around. Okay, this is how it should look like if you do it properly. So from that 1 inch, very close to the iron at the tip of your zipper, you're going to sew half an inch all the way round. And when you get to the edge of your zipper, you want to come in by 1 inch as well. So this is because we don't want those edges of our zipper to show on our pillow. All right, so I'm going to do this and I will show you what it looks like. After you're done sewing your zipper, you want to turn this inside out and make sure all the edges are properly aligned. Alright, then take this to your ironing table and give it a good press, so it's going to be laying very flat. Now I'm done with the zipper and I'm going to be closing the zipper. So can you see how the zipper is looking like? Okay, the edges are not showing. So I'm going to arrange this properly. So guys, for a bonus tip, if you actually want your pillow to have a tie around this area, all you have to do is to cut out 2 long straps. Okay, I already have mine here. Then I'm going to open this up. I would have shown this earlier. I'm going to open this up, then turn it inside out. That is at the wrong side of our fabric. All right. And when we've gotten this wrong side of the fabric, all you have to do is to find the midpoint. Okay, around that curve, find the midpoint. Then I'll open it up right now. I just opened up a little bit just to allow the strap to be inserted. Okay, so I'm going to fold this inside. Then from the other edge, I'm going to be drawing this strap inwards. Okay, this strap is meant to be inside the right side of your fabric. All right, can you see what I'm doing? So I'm putting this inside and I will draw it all the way through, making sure I just have a tip. Can you see what I have here? So I'll take this to the sewing machine and I'll stitch down that area I opened earlier. I'll stitch it down, and while stitching down, please make sure you fasten your stitches, and I'll do the same thing for this area as well. So guys, this is what our pillow is looking like. All right, and can you see the tie? So this is actually very beautiful. What we are going to be doing next is to bring the main pillow. Okay, the original pillow we made earlier. Remember, this is just a cover. Okay, so you're going to start putting this inside the cover, and the good thing about this is for the cover you can make as many covers as possible. All right, so you can actually wash one and still have another one as spare. All right, so we're going to be putting this inside our cover. So guys, this is the finished work, and can you see how clean and beautiful this pillow looks like? Trust me, this is something you actually want to recreate, especially if you're a mom or you're a designer who wish to make this and sell as your own little business. Okay, this is very easy. So if you found value or if you got value from this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your soul friends, and subscribe to our channel. All right, so if you have any question or you have any suggestion, kindly drop it in the comment section. We are going to be there to answer all your questions. All right, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.